Hello, greetings everyone. So we are continuing with our month of May, working towards the Blood Bowl channel and working towards making Blood Bowl games. So for that, we're going to have to start painting some Blood Bowl teams, which I'm going to start off with the Skaven team. A friend of mine is working on a Norse team. That's probably what we're going to start off with first. And so, how we're going to start. The first thing that we're going to do is find all of our Skaven with armour, and we're going to take some lead belcher, wherever that is. Lead belcher, and start working on all of the Skaven armour. Now, this is all going to be quick, easy. Like, we're not going to go as detailed or as heavy as we do normally, because it does need to be, because they're just Skaven. So effectively, all I'm going to do is a bit of armour, bit of a wash with their fur, bit of a base, bit of a wash, and then we'll do some highlighting, and then we'll do some colouring. But if we're going to cut down our usual amount of colours, we're not going to have like 40 plus colours this time. So that's what we're doing on the storm vermin. And all clothing that I'm going to do, I'm going to paint black, and then have some reds as highlights. Like so. On the on the gutter runners that are, pretty much our stealth ninja assassins, they're almost entirely going to be black. On the inside of the cloaks that we're going to do, we'll go doing them Mephiston red, and that's just something that's going to start bringing them out. Just bringing out some colour, but because they're gutter runners, we're just going to do black with a couple of grey highlights. And in particular, we're going to use Eshin grey, just because gutter runners are clan Eshin anyway. Like so. And then the last thing is things like this. These are like Warpstone balls, if you look. So what we're going to start with the Warpstone balls is we're going to take some colouring green, and we're working towards making Warpstone. So Got to be very careful though, because these tails are really flimsy. They go snap really easily. Like so. So obviously we're going to do his armour panels. We've got the fur to start as well. But this is how it's all starting. So for the first few colours. Right, so here we go. Skaven are done. I've also painted the tails and fleshy parts in Bugman's Glow, and I've I've painted the fur in Morning Brown, as well as doing a bit of a touch up on all of the black as well. The reason I've done this is because then what I'm going to do is I am going to Agrax Earthshade the entire models. So we're just going to get some Agrax Earthshade. And we're just going to go over the whole model, because this will give us a dirty metal appearance. It will also highlight like the tail for a highlight, highlight the fur as well, and even the red on it. Right, so here we go. I'm going to do the entire, what's it called, the entire Blood Bowl team, and then we'll move on to the highlights. But we're pretty much done. There's just a few highlights and a bit of extra green and things. Right, guys. So the wash is now dry, and I've done some Caliban green on on the Skaven. So now it's time for highlights, which we have these already. So effectively what we're going to do is start highlighting all of the fur. We're going to do highlights of Skag Brown, which we're just going to take a small bit of Skag Brown and then highlights on these bits of fur. Like so. Then for the flesh bits, we're going to take some Cadian Flesh Tone. And like on the tail, we're just going to go like that. And like on the ears, just like so. On the armour, we're going to take some Ironbreaker, and because Ironbreaker is a nice dark metal, and then we're just going to go around the edges of like these weapons, and sort of along the edges on the armour, and like these pieces here, which is gonna go along as well. For the silver, sorry, for the green, we're going to take some Warpstone glow. And then what we're going to do is just paint around a triangular on these back pieces, and there's also some front pieces as well. I'm going to leave the centre in a darker green, and then what we'll do is finish it off with some moot green as a bright highlight at the end. Like so, and then with the shoulder pads, again we're just going to go around the outer edges. Like so. On the black, we're going to take Eshin Grey, and again we're just going to start highlighting down on the cloaks and things, following the curve of the cloak and things like that. And then finally, our final highlight is we're going to do some evils and scarlets on the reds. So for this clothing, we're just going to again do an outer coat, outer edge highlight, and on things like this glove, just going to lightly brush over and just bring up the highlight there. And there it is. The only other thing we have to do is some teeth and some eyes, and that's going to take a couple of seconds. So there's the there's how it's going to look. Coming in along very nicely and quickly. So we're nearly done. So there we go. I also painted the eyes white and painted the teeth with some Sandry dust. Here it all is nice and finished. But now what we're going to do is we're going to do some moot green. Get our thinnest brush and just paint it around the edges. Thinly, just along here, like so. Just to really make the green pop. We're then going to get some Shabty bone and just do that on the teeth just to finish that off. I'm going to take some storm vermin fur for the black of the clothing. And just do a really fine highlight. Along here, like so. And then finally, I'm going to take some Imperial Fist and on the white eyes, give them some yellow eyes, like so. And here we have the finished. So as you can see, I also did a little black dot on the eyes here. But that's it. That's the what's it? That's me, the Skaven Blood Bowl team done. All ready to rock and roll with the final job done. Hopefully this has been informative and helpful, and we are getting ready to start some Blood Bowl games very soon. And very soon I'm also gluing the kill team, and they shouldn't be far off either.